Hi friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're new here, thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. And I hope that you would consider subscribing. Today I wanted to do some meal prepping. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see that this morning I've already made a big pot of ham and cabbage, and I did a beef and broccoli stir fry, and now I'm going to make my tuna cakes. Now I usually fry them in the frying pan, but today I decided I'm going to try to make them in my air fryer, which I have never done before. So I'm just going to walk you through how I normally make my tuna cakes. It's nothing special, pretty much all the ingredients that you would have on hand. Well, most of the ingredients probably, except for the one, maybe not. But anyway, I'm just going to go through and show you how I make them. This is the way I've been making them probably for 20-30 years. But the air fryer is the new thing. I've never put them in the air fryer, so fingers crossed that they don't get dried out. So let me turn you around and I'm going to show you what I use as far as ingredients to go into my tuna cakes. Okay, my friends, so what I have here is 2 cans of the Aldi Chunk Light Tuna in water. Let's see if you can see that. And I'm just going to go ahead. I've already drained the water, and I always leave the, after I take the top off of the can, I leave it on, squish it out, and then I just kind of rinse my tuna over with the lid on it. So like this, I just hold it down, rinse water, and keep draining it out. I don't know why, but I just feel like it just cleans it up a little. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 cans in here. Now obviously this I'm making just for me. If you're making it for a family of 4 or whatever, you're probably going to want to at least double this recipe. So I have my tuna in here, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up just 1 stalk of celery. And like I said, this is pretty much just making, I'll probably get 3 to 4 tuna cakes out of this. And I do sometimes, if I make more than this, I will go ahead and freeze them after I make them up, just because I do get tired of them. And they're fine if you freeze them. Now I do cut these very thin, small, not in big chunks. Alright, so I went ahead and put my celery in my tuna. Now, I normally do red onion in my tuna fish. You can use yellow onion if you want. I had this left over from having hamburgers the other night, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop this up instead of peeling another onion. This is more than enough for what I'm using it for. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and measure this out. It looks to be about 1/4 cup, but I just want to double check so that way you guys have a better recipe here, more accurate recipe. Yeah, we're looking at about 1/4 cup of onion. And like I said, I am an onion lover, so I probably would have put a tad bit more in here. But like I said, I wanted to get this used up, so I just went ahead and used what I had here. But for me, like I said, I am a big onion lover, so I probably would have wanted a little tiny bit more. Alright, so now I have my celery, onion, and tuna in the bowl. And we're going to go ahead, and what I now will do is add some mayo. And I usually do about a big heaping of tablespoon of mayo. Just a little, about a tablespoon, a little more than a tablespoon. Probably should have had my little scraper here. My hands are clean, I promise. Okay. Okay, so now the mayo's added, and I almost forgot to grab the salt and pepper, so I just grabbed those, so they'll be in there. And then I do about a teaspoon of yellow mustard. You need to shake that bad boy up a little bit. You could do brown mustard too if you wanted to. I have done that before. Gives it a little kick. Okay. And then I'm going to add 1 egg. Now if I did more, obviously I would double this recipe. And then my little, I call it my secret ingredient, and I have just enough to make this. It is sweet relish. And this should be about a tablespoon of this. Let's measure, hopefully I have what I want. Oh yeah, tablespoon of the sweet relish. And then I just put a tiny bit of Italian breadcrumbs in there just to help hold it together. Not a lot, just a little. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. Probably should have measured the breadcrumbs for you. Probably maybe a tablespoon of breadcrumbs. And there we go. So we're going to go ahead now and get this all mixed up. And if it's too wet, you can always add a little more breadcrumbs to it, because sometimes the tuna might have a little bit more water in it than what you realize. Now, because I'm doing it in the air fryer, this is a little bit wet for me. I would have put a little bit more breadcrumbs in there. But so, let me go ahead and get my air fryer out and get this cleaned up, and I'll show you how we're going to go ahead and cook these in the air fryer. All right, my friends, I got out my air fryer, and for those of you that are curious, this is the digital Cuisinart, and I am telling you, I love, love, love this thing. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead, and I have this olive oil spray, so I'm going to go ahead and spray the tray with the olive oil. And what I have is it's just a tray here and then the little basket, so I sprayed the basket. So I'm going to go ahead and make my tuna cakes up, put them on the tray. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes just to let them set up, because I think it'll be a little bit easier to flip them halfway through the cooking. So we'll go ahead and get started here. And I just washed my hands before I started, so they're clean. Okay. Just put that together. These are wet. Like I said, I left it a little bit more on the wet side just because I was a little nervous about the air fryer drying them out. So we're going to see how this turns out, if it works or not, or if we should have put a little more breadcrumbs in there. Take this fork out. Just threw tuna fish on the floor. Okay. Go ahead and make up. So you can see that I am getting 4 tuna cakes out of this. There. I am flying tuna fish everywhere. Go. Okay, so let me go ahead, get this in the refrigerator. I'm gonna leave it sit in for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and put them in the air fryer, so I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, so now it's been 10 minutes that the tuna cakes have been in the fridge, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my air fryer. I'm just gonna push my air fryer button, And it gives you options, fries, wings, nuggets, snacks, vegetables, but obviously they're not going to have tuna cakes on there. I am going to turn it down to 375 and I'm going to cook it for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip it for another 5 minutes. Okay, so I have it set for 375 for 5 minutes. I'm going to take this tray out and go ahead and put it in there, close it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and start it for 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out and flip it in 5. Look pretty good. Still have, oh, they're sticking. Let's see, fingers crossed we can get these up. That one was not too bad, and that one wasn't bad. I'm going to do, I think, 5 more minutes. Alright, my friends, so now the 5 minutes is up. Let's, oh, they actually look pretty good. I'm going to put this here. Oh, yeah. Now, whoops. Oh, yeah, that looks good, friends. Yes, yes, yes. That was it. Yeah, they look really, really good. Look. Now the true test is tasting them. And I will let you know how they ended up tasting. Alright, my friends, I really hope you enjoyed spending time with me today as I meal prepped for the upcoming days for myself. I was able to get a couple containers of the ham and cabbage. I'm sorry, I'm looking over there at it, and the beef and broccoli. And I really hope you are interested in making the tuna cakes. Like I said, it's just a recipe that I've kind of just started using over the years. I've been doing it for many, many years and just experimenting, and this is what I find that I like the best. And of course, using my air fryer, that was new, first time as far as making them in there. That turned out really well, so I was very pleased with that. So if you do end up trying them, let me know what you think. So again, friends, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell, because that way it'll notify you every time I have a new video coming out, and I have lots more cooking and organizing videos coming out, so you're not going to want to miss them. So until next time, friends, thanks and bye!